Okay, all right, so
it's this question.
yeah, here's a question for you, and I have to give credit to Christopher Hitchens. This is his argument. I don't want to take credit for it. I just, saw it and found it really cool.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, so this is his question. I'm going to ask this question to you, all right? Let's say a child is born in Saudi Arabia today, okay? And they're in a theocracy, okay? Which is obviously not Judeo-Christian, okay?
Yeah.
Very totalitarian. Okay, now, would you rather that child grow up and become an atheist, or that child grow up and assume the religion that's prominent in that theocracy?
Why are those the only two options?
That's my question. Is what would you rather have? That's what you got. What would you rather have? Would you rather them be an atheist, or would you rather them being a different religion?
You can't answer that question.
Sure you can.
It's a horrible question to ask. Like, you're asking me,
I'm saying you got a choice between two things. What would you rather have? I'm not saying that it's your preference.
Because either choice makes me have to say, well, you're making me choose.
What I'm saying is that the gospel of Jesus Christ is not there right now. Okay?
I know, I understand this.
So, being that child never hears the gospel and can't be saved and so on and so forth, then which fate is better?
I'm not gonna
Which would you prefer?
But what I prefer, I can't choose that for somebody else. That's not right. I mean, I can't say, well, he should be this because this isn't this. Because that makes me sound completely arrogant. That makes me sound like I know what's best for that person.
Well, I'm not saying that you know what's best. I'm saying that what would you prefer? I'm saying, that you can't really give your preference because, you can't say that he would be Christian.
Yeah.
Or any particular denomination or Jewish or anything like that. I'm saying that these are the choices. He can either be of this other religion, or he can be an atheist. Which would you rather have him do? Not your preference, but what would you rather have him do?
Well, I would rather him grow up and be intelligent. I would, whichever path is going to make him grow up and have compassion for other human beings and the life of other people. So, if that's part of his religion, their actual beliefs is to care about other people, then I would rather him do whatever path that is going to allow that to happen. If atheism is the one that allows him to still feel some kind of emotions for other people, then obviously I'm going to want him to choose that, or whatever helps him grow up to be a normal human being. That's what I want to choose for him. So not knowing the end result of either path, I can't make that choice. You see what I mean? You're asking me to predict the future. You're asking me to say, okay, which one of these is going to end up better for this child? I don't know. I don't live in that area.
Let's say this child is 5 years old or whatever. I don't know. Well, let's make him a little older so he has some cognition. All right. So let's say he's like 15. He knows what's going on. He can make decisions for himself somewhat. And he's going to die tomorrow. Which religion would you rather have be? Well, I don't want to say religion with atheism. Would you rather him be an atheist, or would you rather him be of that religion? Which do you think would hurt him more when he dies?
I don't know. Obviously, I feel that people should have something to believe in. Whether it's a God, whether you believe that science is the answer to everything, whatever it is, you should believe in it and be willing to defend it. So, if he's going to die tomorrow, no matter what I say or do or what he believes, this is going to sound horrible, but what does it matter?
How atheist are you?
What I mean is you can't make me choose that. You can't give that to somebody that choice and say, what would you rather them do? Because
I know what I would rather have. I would rather him be an atheist.
Okay.
Because the religion that's there is hurtful.
Well, that's because that's what you believe. That's already your belief. That's already your standpoint. That's obviously you're going to want him to be atheist because you're already an atheist.
I'm saying that
if the options were, would you rather him be atheist or Christian, I'm going to say, well, probably Christian.
Well,
because that was one of the options.
What I'm saying is that the religion itself is hurtful. It hurts people.
Anything hurts people. Science hurts people all the time. What are you talking about? Science hurts people more than religion does, just as much as religion does. Absolutely.
Science brought us into the Enlightenment. The Dark
Science gave us bombs and grenades and guns
which we used in the name of man who was trying to,
So you're saying because of religion we created weapons?
Well, yeah.
So, did God create these weapons?
Oh, well.
Who created the weapons?
Obviously, God didn't create the weapons. Man created weapons.
Science did. Yes, they used science.
No.
So they didn't use science whatsoever. They said, I wonder how I can throw something at that person fast.
These people were primitive, okay? They said, I got a rock and I got a stick, let's tie them together and bash somebody's head in. Now let's not justify it. That's what happened.
Science hurts people just as much as any religion does.
Guns don't kill people, physics kills people.
There you go. But what I'm saying is, like, you're so quick to say religion is the reason for all the violence in the world, but science is just
I don't think it's all the violence. I'm not gonna make a huge umbrella statement here.
You said the reason for every single war was religion.
Well, most of them.
You're saying science doesn't play any role in that whatsoever?
No,
you're saying the Cold War. You're saying the Cold War was entirely based on religion.
Well, the Cold War wasn't it wasn't a war.
It has nothing to do with an arms race or nothing like that.
The Cold War wasn't a war. It wasn't a real war. I'm talking about a real war where there's two sides fighting. So in the same essence, you know, like.
Well, yeah, because somebody needs something to blame. Everybody's gonna need to blame something.
I mean, actual physical violence. Everybody's
gonna have something to justify what they're doing, and religion is an easy scapegoat. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some wars that people were like, well, you know, God says I have to do this, we have to do this.
Right.
There are wars that do that. I don't believe that every war is like that. I believe that there's a lot of wars where they use religion as a scapegoat. Take World War II, for example. Like, Hitler used religion as the means, as the justification for what he was doing.
Right. Well, the Roman Catholic Church gave him a lot of support.
Yeah, but I can't. There's always going to be some kind of crime.
It's anti-Semitism.
Babes, we got 4 minutes.
4 minutes of film?
Yep, left.
Left to film?
Yes.
Okay. That's fine. You don't have to tell me that. Thank you.
Down at the bottom, keep going. At the bottom of the hill here, there's going to be a street called New Street.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.